Today we're going to continue looking at MyOn and how to use it effectively in the classroom. So in the last video that we did, we talked about how to create groups within MyOn and look at some of the basic reporting tools you can use in making sure your students are accountable during the time they're using MyOn. So when you log into MyOn, this is the screen that you land on. And this is, again, where you get a quick snapshot of how your students are doing. So we're going to go and look in the Classroom tab at the top. And the first thing we're going to look at is Students. Over on the left-hand side, this will be your roster, all the students that are in your class or in any group that you have. And one of the neat tools that students have the opportunity to use after they finish a book is to write a review. So we're going to click on the review here in the box. And these are all the student reviews that students have written. So nothing gets posted until you as the teacher approve them. And to do that, you would simply click on approve or the X if it's not something that you want posted. The best part about this tool is the show profanity. So anything that's inappropriate or rude, if you click on this button, it's going to search through all of the reviews and show you that information in red. So we're going to click up and we have one. So this is the review. So very easily you can kind of go through those reviews and either approve or disapprove them. And you just click the reset button. So let's go ahead and, for students, this is an opportunity for them to know that you're looking at those reviews and how to set clear expectations about what a book review looks like. So we'll just X that one out and then reset. And the rest we can approve. And you can go back and unapprove them after the fact as well. So that's the first tool I wanted to show you, is the book reviews. So if we go back to Classrooms and we look at projects. So we talked about creating books for students and assigning specific books. We can also assign book sets, and these have been created by the county to align with standards. So to do that and to even start to look at them, you're going to click on this cloud icon and we can search. We can search maybe content that the schools created, other school districts, or my school district. So we're going to look at FCPS, and we're going to click, and then if we search, it should pull the projects that FCPS has created. So there's 100 projects, which will be a lot to go through. So we can actually even sort more quickly than that. We can look at grade levels, and let's say I am a 6th grade teacher working on the Revolutionary War, and I want some information front-loaded for students to support our social studies curriculum. So if I do a search like that and scroll down, here's a set for social studies second quarter. So if we want to take a closer look, we just click on the I, and it's going to show you how many books and what books are within this book set for you. So you could assign this project for the quarter and have kids read. And you just click over copy to my projects, and then you would assign it to the specific group you want reading it. For global awareness, here's a whole book set on ancient Greece and Rome that students could be working on. And again, it's got 4 or 5 books. And it's by Lexile, so you may want to pull these books apart a little bit and sort them that way as well. Patterns of weather, there's a 5th grade landforms book set, more global awareness. So this is a great way for kids to kind of get that background knowledge or front load content for your kids, especially vocabulary, before you start a unit. Also, when you do take one of these projects and make a copy of it, that's yours. You can customize it. So maybe there's only 2 books that you feel your students need to read. You can actually customize that book set for you and your students. Another nice feature is if we go back to the main project page, so we click on this icon next to the cloud that looks like a paper with an A+ on it, we have all of our projects. So even if you create a project, you don't have to assign it. So you can kind of create a whole library of things you know you'll use. So maybe if you're doing some long-term planning, or you can actually have this stuff ready to go. So I want to show you one more thing, and we're going to create a new project. And if we scroll down, last time I showed you the reading task, but there's also some other tasks that can be used. The newest one in MyOn is the graphic organizer task. So if we click on that, you can create a title and the objective of the task, and they have all these great pre-made, familiar graphic organizers that students can be responsible for filling out based on a book. So a Venn diagram, or maybe main idea. We could use main idea, and then we click off. Now we have our graphic organizer as a task for our students. We could add a reading task with that on, let's see, ladybugs, for instance. And I'm just going to do a quick search for a book. All right, here's a book on ladybugs. So I'm going to assign this one. And click out. The book is here. So now we've got a task of reading a book about ladybugs and then using a graphic organizer. We can sort these, so students either maybe need to read first and then use the graphic organizer depending on what you'd like your students to do. But any task that you order within a project, you can put in the order that you'd like students to work on. And then you'll just hit save. And that project will be ready to go in your box to assign at the appropriate time. Okay, that's it from the world of MyOn.